You're watching Sun TV, broadcasting to the world from studios in Providenciales, in the beautiful by nature Turks and Caicos Islands. Sun TV, your source for real news as it happens.
In our headlines today, Governor Peter Buckingham says he will be hands-off, and Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing says he expects a good working relationship with the governor. I'm Todd-Lane Zafferlin, and thanks for watching this Sun TV News Bulletin. Newly appointed Governor Peter Buckingham has made it abundantly clear that his management style will be nothing like the former Governor Rick Todd, who was rather controversial. Speaking during a Chamber of Commerce meeting at Beach's Key West Village on Monday, October 21st, Buckingham, who is a career diplomat, said he will not be a hands-on governor and that he intends to let Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing and the Turks and Caicos Islands government take the lead.
It is for the TCI government to take the lead. It is not, I think, my role to be absolutely sort of hands-on, getting into too much detail, but I very much hope that I will have the opportunity to work alongside all of you in business for the 3 or 4 years that Jill and I have been incredibly fortunate to have the opportunity to come here. We're enormously happy to be here, and we look forward to spending a lot of time not only in Grand Turk, not only in South Caicos, not only in West Caicos, where I hope to see that major development that I've mentioned earlier, but particularly here in this very important town. I do hope that I can, in a very modest way, help the investment coming into TCI. It is very much for the government to set the lead. I feel uncomfortable. I said to the Premier this morning that I thought he should be speaking this evening, which is a shame that he's not. I always think politicians should be up on the stage rather than diplomats.
It was Governor Buckingham's first time attending a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and quite a number of persons from a wide cross-section of the country came out for the event. He told the gathering that he is looking to make it easier for companies that want to invest in the TCI. Governor Buckingham said he had a meeting with Financial Services Group on Monday, and he told them that there is a mood of optimism among ministers and senior officials about the future of the TCI, and that in the next 2 or 3 years the economy should strengthen.
When I left London, I had a few weeks in London before I came here. There was, as I said to the Financial Services Group that I met this afternoon, we had a very lively discussion for a couple of hours, for which I was very grateful. I said to them, and I think it might have been a slight surprise to them, and I very much want to say it to the Premier as well, I have privately, but to say it publicly, that there was a mood of optimism amongst ministers and senior officials about the direction of travel for TCI. There was a feeling that things were moving ahead, that really in the next 2 or 3 years, global events permitting, really the economy should strengthen and boost this country in a really significant fashion. And certainly my first impressions are that that is absolutely right. I wouldn't say that everything is perfect. I think this is a wonderful country, but there's obviously things which can get better. I had a meeting last night with a major British investor who I talked to the Premier this morning, and we've agreed that we need to look at various ways to help key investors who are bringing in literally hundreds of millions of dollars to the TCI economy, and therefore an enormous number of jobs. I think there are ways in which, working together, we can hopefully make the passage of companies like that into TCI easier. And I was delighted that the Premier said that when he was in London in November for an important meeting with our ministers, he hopes to find the time to see this company, which will send a great signal to them of his commitment to their investment in TCI.
The governor also spoke about an encounter he had with an American couple who complained about having to wait for 2 hours at the airport before they were cleared. This is one of the areas which he said has to be fixed.
But I chatted to a couple of American tourists. They had no idea who I was. I said to Jill afterwards, I think they were quite curious as to know why this strange British couple had pitched up here, as we told them, for 3 years. They were clearly having a great time and they were going to come back. It was their 10th wedding anniversary. But I said to them, how was everything? And the only slight disappointment that I found was that they said, in the nicest possible way, and as I say, they had no idea who they were talking to, that it took them 2 hours to get through customs at the airport. Now clearly that ain't great. I used to get a ton of complaints when I was in India from Indian businessmen who said, except when it was the Olympics and they got through in 15 minutes because we really made things work, but they used to say that an hour's wait at Heathrow was pretty bad. So 2 hours at an airport which doesn't have the traffic of Heathrow probably needs a bit of looking at, but maybe that was just a very bad example.
Premier Dr. Rufus Sewing says Governor Peter Buckingham is saying the right thing so far, and he is looking forward to a great working relationship with him.
Impression, again, like before, very, very positive. Saying the right things, appear very genuine, and I have no reason to doubt his genuineness. And so I'm looking forward to a great working relationship and cooperative working relationship in interest of the people of these islands and the government and the business community as he represent us to the UK government in terms of the needs of people of Turks and Caicos Islands. So I'm looking forward to a good working relationship. Like some person said up here tonight, Mr. Hutchinson and Mr. Sanders, you know, if things change, you know, but I have no reason to doubt that things will change. So I have to take him at his word.
Well, that's our Sun TV News Brief for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you real news as it happens directly to your computer, mobile device, or smartphone. If you know anyone traveling overseas who would like to keep up with what is happening in the TCI, get them to email us at sun@suntci so we can add them to our mailing list to get Sun TV News. Thanks for watching. I'm Tadleen Daffernan.